So let's look at the practical circuit of for the verification of Ohm's law. So here we have a battery which is going to convert the AC supply into DC supply, and this is a variable battery wherein I can change the voltage from 1.5 to 12 volts. So right now this is at 6 volts, so that means 220 volt supply AC is converted by this battery into 6 volts DC power supply output. So I can make this as 8 volt, then 220 volt AC would be converted into 8 volt DC supply. So I am adjusting this right now at 6 volt. Now this is the positive terminal, so the current is going to come from here, and then it is going to pass through the voltmeter, then it is going to pass through the unknown resistance, then it is again going to pass through this yellow wire to the rheostat, which is the variable resistance, and then it is going to pass through the key and finally back again into the battery. So this is our closed circuit. Now this is the unknown resistance which is in series with the rheostat, and that is the variable resistor. Now I wish to measure the unknown resistance. So what I have done is I have connected a voltmeter in parallel with the unknown resistance. So as you can check by yourself that this black wire is going over here and this red wire is now going back again over here. This red wire is going over here. So this one is in parallel with this one. Voltmeters are always connected in parallel, whereas the ammeter it is always connected in series, as you can check by yourself. Now this is typically a series connection and of this variable resistance and this particular unknown resistance. So if I move this knob in this direction, so what is going to happen is if I move it in this direction, suppose I stop it over here, then the current which is flowing through the unknown resistance has to pass through larger number of turns and then it has to go away. So now I have increased the resistance. So now two resistances in series, out of this one, this resistance has increased. So overall resistance increases. So the current coming out of the battery will decrease. But whatever current it comes out of the battery will pass through both of these resistors because this is a series connection. Now I'm setting right now the voltage as 6 volt. Now this 6 volts will not be completely measured across this voltmeter, because in series connection some of the voltage drop occurs over here and some of the voltage drop occurs over there, but I am not measuring the voltage drop across here. I don't want to put a voltmeter and create an additional havoc situation, right? So if I do it like this, then this is the maximum resistance. So maximum resistance in the circuit will happen, so current will be very least, and whatever voltage that I am setting over here, out of that maximum chunk of voltage potential drop would be occurring over here and very small voltage drop would be taking place over here. But if I do like this, then I am decreasing the resistance. So by decreasing the resistance I am increasing the current. So the current will now pass through both of them and voltage drop will be seen over here and here. But the sum of voltage drop across this and this will be exactly 6 volts. So you cannot expect full 6 volt to be across this resistor because there is also some potential drop over here, right? Now what am I going to do is I am going to change the orientation of this one because it is hard to note the voltage over here. So I'll bring this forward voltmeter and I'll shift this backward, right? Just remember one thing, if I move this along this direction, then the voltage across this is going to increase and the overall resistance is going to increase. So I'm making a slight change over here. I'm already putting this over here. So already there is a maximum amount of voltage drop across here and very small current would be flowing. So I would be directly starting the reading from very small current, then I would decrease this resistance and finally I would be getting more and more current, correct? So the current passing through both the resistance is same, but this voltage is the voltage drop across this resistor only, right? And if I divide voltage divided by the current as per the Ohm's laws, I can find out the unknown resistance as well, correct? Okay, now so I'm switching on the battery and I have kept it 6 volt. So this voltmeter has reading from 0 to 5 volts, and as you can see by yourself right now, I have kept maximum resistance over here, and so the overall series resistance increases. So there is very less amount of current flowing through this particular circuit, right? So this is the current in amperes, and so 0.2 ampere is the current right now flowing, and this pointer is showing 1 volt potential difference across this unknown resistance, correct? So I am just noting down in my observation table. So 0.2 ampere is the current right now, and 1 volt is the potential difference, correct? Now I am going to decrease the resistance, so the current will increase. So you can see that the voltage and the current, both readings are going to increase because voltage is proportional to the current, right? So now you can see now the resistance decreases and the current increases. So I am going to keep the current in between 0.2 and 0.4. Okay. So the current reading is 0.3 and the voltage reading is almost in between 1 and 2. So that is 1.5 volt. Current is 0.3 ampere. Voltage is 1.5 volt. I have already noted down the reading. And now I am going to change the current to 0.4 ampere. Okay, so now the current is 0.4 ampere. This I have decreased. So the voltage is 2 volt, as you can see by yourself. Now still I am going to decrease the resistance. So now the current in the circuit is 0.5 volt, sorry 0.5 ampere, and the reading over here is again 2.5 volt as the pointer is in between 2 and 3. So let me note it. So now since we have taken the reading for 2.5 volts and the corresponding current is 0.5 amperes. So let us increase the current to 0.6 ampere. So I am decreasing the resistance, and okay, I reach to 0.6 amperes in ammeter, and the corresponding voltage over here is 3 volt, right? So I am noting down the readings. As you can check by yourself that the current is 0.6 ampere and the voltage is 3 volt. Now in this way I am also going to make the current as 0.7 ampere, and finally the reading in the voltmeter is 3.5 volts. So in this way I can keep on going till the end of the ammeter reading, and I can also change the voltage of the battery and find out the new readings for V and I. So we can see that as the current is increasing, the voltage is also proportionately increasing. So this verifies the Ohm's law, correct? So I'm also going to show you the graph of the linear relationship between V and I graphically, and if you have enjoyed my explanation, so please do subscribe to my channel, and also if you have any doubts then comment in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video. So now since we have taken the reading for 2.5 volts and the corresponding current is 0.5 amperes, so let us increase the current to 0.6 ampere. So I am decreasing the resistance, and okay, I reach to 0.6 amperes in ammeter, and the corresponding voltage over here is 3 volt, right? So I am noting down the readings. As you can check by yourself that the current is 0.6 ampere and the voltage is 3 volt. Now in this way I am also going to make the current as 0.7 ampere, and finally the reading in the voltmeter is 3.5 volts. So in this way I can keep on going till the end of the ammeter reading, and I can also change the voltage of the battery and find out the new readings for V and I. So we can see that as the current is increasing, the voltage is also proportionately increasing. So this verifies the Ohm's law, correct? So I'm also going to show you the graph of the linear relationship between V and I graphically, and if you have enjoyed my explanation, so please do subscribe to my channel, and also if you have any doubts, then comment in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video.